Welcome back.
Where have we been?
Well, we've been everywhere, but we haven't videoed we're just holding each other like this because we're not quite sure whether we're in frame or not, so that's why we're doing this.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. What I've done is I've tried to convince Kerry to just talk about us getting ready to go. Is that right?
Yes.
So we've got 4 days left? It is 4 days, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll leave on, yeah.
It's Thursday today, we leave on Monday, and we leave then for 9 months. So the challenges we've got are, we've got to get the house ready.
Ready to, for people to come and stay in.
So update all the, we're going to undo our hands now, aren't we, Andy? Update the paperwork, yep. So like things like fire risk assessment I've got to do, I've done, reviewed it.
Welcome folder.
Yeah, gas has been all serviced. So all those things need to be done. Plus the fact we've got to get the house tidy and ship shape because we've been living in it for 3 months and it needs just sorting out. Then there's the challenge about all the stuff that's got to go
back into the spare room upstairs.
And then there's the
stuff that we need to take for 9 months with us.
Yeah, so I'm going to get Kerry to just show you.
I don't know why he wants me to talk about it because
I think you'll be good at it. That's right.
I know, but it's just
I know,
too much for my brain.
Let's try. Let's just try, and we'll see how good or indifferent it is. I'm sure it'll be brilliant. Maybe. So I'm just going to now. So we'll just wander you through. That's not right. We'll just wander you through. Let you see the chaos. Yeah, and there is a bit of chaos.
Yeah, outside and in my brain.
Right, so if you want to just wander through and show some of the stuff that we've... What's the conundrum here?
Well, I haven't tidied this room yet, so we just need to take everything out. Well, I've tidied the bathroom, so that's all clean. So the stuff that was on the floor in there is now on the floor in the bathroom.
Why
isn't that bad? But this is the stuff that's going in the van. Well, some of the stuff.
Yep. Why did you clean the bathroom?
To get it ready for people.
What did we do this morning in the bathroom?
Oh yeah, this morning we clipped the dog.
So. Quite hairy in there.
So it was a little bit hairy.
But now it's lovely. It smells of bleach. That's always a good thing.
It is.
So we've got some stuff there which we need to put in the van.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we've got carpet and a bed mattress which are not going back in the van, but they're going back upstairs into the spare room, but they can only go into that room when I've sorted the room because they go on top of the boxes.
They squeeze in at the end, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we got those with the new van, and we didn't have them before, but we have to do something with them.
Yep. That room's about sorted.
That room just needs the bed making up.
Dog crate there ready for going. And then the real chaos that is...
Well, this isn't
oh, look at yours is lovely.
I've been thinking about clothes for the past week, so I've got some ready. And I'm going through them as in taking some away because I don't always want to take too much with me. But as we're going for spring, summer, autumn and winter, you have to take a good selection for but I'm thinking layers.
Yeah, so I'm summarising there. Hang on, wait, whoa, before you go any further. I'm summarising there that you're doing it systematically.
Yeah, well, I can't do it any other way.
How am I doing it?
You're doing it randomly and you've put it off.
I know.
The thing is, he needs to choose what clothes he wants. Then the clothes that he doesn't want need to go back in the bags, and then I
The
can
vacuum bags, isn't it?
and then I can vacuum pack them, and then I can get them up in the room. And the clothes need to go in the boxes first before I put other stuff on top of the boxes. So this needs to be done today and tomorrow, really. In my head, it would be nice if it gets done. And then we just wear the clothes that we're wearing in the van from now on. So,
And what that bag down there is...
That's going in the van. It's got some winter stuff, as in we said we might go to the Alps and go into some snow, so it's got to have some warm clothes.
Go into some snow. You mean skiing?
Oh,
So yes, I've kind of put it off. As you can see, I've got bags of stuff down here, which really, I don't really know what I'm doing. I can never make my mind up about what I'm going to wear, can I?
no.
So I end up just...
And you always end up taking so much more than me. I would say you take a third more clothes than I do.
Yeah.
And then you never wear them.
I know.
You say, I want something for every occasion.
Anyway,
I'm not that bothered.
but we've also got a wedding to go to as well, so there's that challenge about taking suits and stuff with us.
I'm not taking a suit.
Well, I know you're not, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I've got that to put
So what we'll try and do now is pack this all up. Yeah, is that a pretty good idea? And we'll show you.
I'm sorry, but I am not helping you choose what clothes you want, because then I will get the blame that I haven't put something in that you want. So no way.
How many underpants do I need?
It's up to you.
Well, we usually three. Three's an optimum figure.
3, but this year we've got a washing machine for 5 months, so you can go a bit higher than 3.
Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to go and we've got a few more things to do tomorrow, which is like cleaning the. Sorry, I'll come back into cam. Like cleaning the hire car before returning that, which we've got to take with us on Saturday to pick the van up from storage, and pick up some bodyboards we bought from a lovely couple who bought our screen cover, but then told us there was bodyboards available and we want to go bodyboarding, so we bought some bodyboards
Off them.
but then we've got to squeeze that into the van. So that's Friday, Saturday. Pick the van up Saturday. We're going to pack it Saturday and Sunday, and we'll show you whether that's successful or not.
Well, it has to be.
Well,
There's no buts.
I know. And then we're going to leave Monday morning.
I think it'd be more like lunchtime.
Well, I'm more confident it's going to be earlier than that.
Because we've just got to go through the whole house and just make it.
We have, but I'm confident we'll do it earlier than that. Yeah, and then we're going south. We're going to spend a week down south before sorting out our employment for 5 months. So, yeah, the next few days are really us going to just summarising or showing how we're managing to get all this stuff.
But we have more stuff in that cupboard.
I don't want to show that because it's going to blow my mind as well as probably everybody else's. I think the most important thing is we'll show you how we try and get all this systematically, and I say systematically, it's not systematically, into the van. Yeah?
The word is into the van.
Yes, it's all got to go
That's
into the van. So it will. Trust me. Anyway, you'll see in the next.
I have a few ideas, days. But they're not really tested yet.
No, we'll show them as we do it. Yeah, once the van's here on Saturday. Okay. Sorry for the chaos, but it is a bit chaotic, and I have been putting off. So let's crack on, shall we?
Crack on.
So it's the final day of packing before we set off tomorrow. It all feels a little bit. Is it fair to say a little bit unorganised at the moment? Is that fair to say?
I think that's an understatement.
So
a bit stressed.
Yeah, so you're. Yeah, we are a bit stressed, aren't we? So as is the dog. So you're now packing kitchen stuff.
Yep.
And you're going in the van and
packing it. I put everything I can think of. Well, at the moment in the van, ready to pack. Haven't put it away because it was just quicker to get it in the van.
Yep, and then I'm going to attempt to pack the garage.
Which you can do.
I know, it's just an extra bike. I'm going to show everybody, well, you're going to do the packing, and we're going to show you packing the inside of the van with all the stuff, and I'm going to show packing the garage with all the stuff. Yeah.
Yes, we do it like way because you're in charge of the garage.
I know.
And I've ended up in charge of the.
I feel
van.
at the moment that I'm in charge of nothing. Yeah.
Sometimes I do agree with that.
I just feel like I'm. Yeah. Anyway.
In some ways, it's a bit like a headless chicken, and you just have to just do something. In my head, I think something is better than nothing. So do something,
Yeah, I think
and then it amounts to stuff.
I think what's blowing my mind this time is unlike last year where we came back and took stuff, put stuff back in the house and took stuff out. This year we're taking stuff for 9 months and 4 seasons in reality.
Well, that's what I said last time. Yeah.
I know. I'm not, that's why I'm so stressed, because I don't know where it's all going to go. I don't. Anyway, we'll show you, because we're now going to video us both packing the inside and the garage of the van, and we'll see how good or not it is.
It will be what it will be.
Oh, another profound statement by Kerry. That's always a good
No,
thing.
you do them. I don't do them that much,
Right,
but you like them.
Right, let's crack on.
Crack on.
Let's crack on. So, we've got the van at the house. I'm just going to kind of try and explain the scale of what I've got to do. We've got those boxes there, table, spare AdBlue, snow chains, screen cover, there's an induction hob there, bodyboards, recent acquisition, don't know where we're going to fit those, but one thing is great about them is the light. And then if we go round to the van itself, currently, hopefully you can see in here, we've got 2 bikes, and I'm quite keen to take a third, but I don't know whether I'm going to fit a third one in. I'll be gutted if I can't, but anyway, tip here, lagging, it's brilliant for bikes. Spare wheel, we've got the dog trailer and the chairs over there, and the solo stove, but nothing else. But then we've got all this that needs to go in, and some of this, but not all of it. So there's the conundrum, and then the thing is not to overload and get the van too heavy. So anyway, I'll come back when I'm kind of at a stage where I've got most of it in, I think. See what you think. Again, I'm using these are superb. These ratchet straps are brilliant. I may need to buy another one, but I'm just going to see how this all works with the bike. So first thing's a bike, and then I'll work everything else around it. So I'll show you how I get on in a minute. Right, situation update on the garage. I'm quite pleased with myself, but also quite disappointed. But I have to be realistic. I've had to ditch the third bike, so I'm not taking my road bike, which I'm really disappointed about. But what I have done, as you can see, hopefully, is by putting the spare wheel up like that, it creates so much more space. So I've got almost everything in here now. The only thing I've got to get in now are the body boards, and they're light, so they can go where they like, I think. So for me, I think that's probably about it. I've got one more little item, which is just all my toilet chemicals and stuff. It's all in, yeah. Spare AdBlues in there, bikes are in, screen cover, dog food, shoes, toolbox, bike spares. Oh no, we've got the bike cleaning kit to put in, so there is a little bit more, but I'm pretty pleased. So once I've done that, all I've got left to do is the tyre pressure, the tanks. I need to clean the tanks, which I'll do next, and then just the toilet. I thought you were going to fall over.
Okay.
I thought you were going to fall over. So what do you think of my garage? I know it doesn't really impress you, but
Yes, it does. I think that's very smart.
I'm really chuffed.
I give
with
you
her.
9.5 out of 10.
I do have to squeeze some dog food in there and bodyboards, but the bodyboards being light, getting quite easily, can't he?
Cinch.
Yeah. Oh, hello. You're not so happy, are you? Because you know anyway, because the van's here. She's sneaked out. Right. So really, from me, I'm about done. Apart from, as I say, water. You've just got to pack the inside. Over to Kerry.
So here she is, packing away like a good thing. Kerry's brilliant at this, much better than I would be. Gets it all fitted, it all seems to fit in, and it doesn't rattle. So she's got it down to a fine art, to be honest. We've been doing it for a long time, so you'd expect it to be. Clothes going above the beds, both sides. I don't know what she was saying there, but who knows. And then we've got the bit, we use electric bed as storage, so she'll chuck a load of stuff on there. We've got an induction hob, solar panels, drying rack, as you can see, all goes on there, fitted properly, doesn't rattle. And then finally, under the bed goes the easel. Perfect. Then we'll leave Kerry to explain what she's doing.
I've just looked around the van, and sometimes you just don't know where to put things, because if I put things on the shelves it's all going to move, because I don't think I've got enough stuff to stop it moving. So I've decided I've got a spare cupboard, and I'm just going to shove as much into that cupboard as possible and sort it out sometime, another day.
So as she says, here's Kerry chucking stuff into one of the front cupboards. To be fair, I wouldn't know she was chucking stuff in. If I came in, I thought, oh, well, she's packed that really well. So she's let the secret out. I thought it was all organised and perfect, but it still seems to work. Anyway, Kerry moves stuff around so much, I get used to something being in one cupboard and then within 2 or 3 days it's in another. It's part of life with living with Kerry in a van. So yeah, all wrapped up, done, and then we move on to packing in the house. These things are brilliant, vacuum packs, so we chuck all our clothes in this, and it keeps them, to be fair, fresh, and takes up the minimum amount of space. Kerry came up with this idea, works really well. We've used it for packing, for moving, and we use it in our storage room in the house. And here is the storage room, full of stuff. I don't know how she does this either, because she fits so much in to such a small space. It's brilliant, really. She just seems to have the art of doing it. It's all organised, she knows exactly where everything is, and it all fits in. So, yeah, showing Kerry with her organisational skills. No one better, really. All done. So that's us packed, almost ready to go.
I'm frazzled.
I was going to say I'm plumb took it out.
We're both knackered. We haven't stopped. It's now 7:15 in the evening.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
We've
gosh.
We've packed the van almost, haven't we?
Yeah.
Most of the house is done. There's a few bits left to pack away, and we've got to just clean up again in the morning.
I'm just
after ourselves.
through.
Yeah. I think we've both had enough. We've got a gin and tonic. We're going to have a we're going to have a shop bought pizza, and we're going to chill. Yep. Get up in the morning, finish off, and set off southwards. Yep.
Yep.
So cheers. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
It's been an interesting few days. I don't want to repeat it again for a while.
Oh.
Looking forward to getting off, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Mm. Delicious.